Okay, hello everyone. I am Lelian Maesog, and today I am very delightful to share to you today some methods regarding teaching grammar. The method that I am going to explain throughout this video is all about teaching grammar using text, story, song, and rhyme. But before I will start, let me ask you first. Have you noticed that some students aren't able to keep up after the discussion, the lesson itself? It because the student we use seems to be very serious. That is might tend to make the ambience boring, and it will be provide a negative communication and relationship toward the class. So as a tip, we need to give an extra effort to capture their attention. No? We need to make them be attentive in the class in order for them to acquire the knowledge we impart to them effectively. And now, let's proceed to the first method, which is the teaching grammar using text. So, as a teacher, we need to think creative and critically. We should go beyond the actual text because being a teacher seems very tricky. That is, you need to be an strategic in order to exploit your knowledge very well. Actually, this method, which is teaching grammar using text, is a very usual method in terms of elementary days, but it can be used in high school or even in college, alright? So, in this method, it has many options here. Let me tell you. Well, teaching grammar is not just you're going to discuss, read in front of your class, but you should show them also how it works, like giving example, so that they can give ideas. Mhm. They can give ideas that it how it really works, so that I am gonna do so my grammar would be accurate, or my sentence would be accurate, and that is an effective of the teaching will be very good. And now here are some different ways using the teaching using the text. First, first is the match the beginning and then the ending. Okay. As you can see in the first example, here there are boxes, colored boxes actually, and under it there are also clauses which correspond to the three classes and the box. So inside the box there are phrases of the beginning of the sentence, and below the box is the phrases of the ending of the sentence. So here, going to match which beginning fits in here in the ending below. And now let's figure it out together in the first box, the pink box. Let's read. You should keep your neck warm if you're going to figure it out something. You should think that you should use the WH question, like what, when, where, and how. So in this case, you should ask it says that you should keep your neck warm. Why we should keep our neck warm? What we usually feel why we should keep our neck warm. It is because you should create a scenario in your head and broaden your mind and put a little situation, and these three options here below you have to choose. So let's see. um you should keep your neck warm. If the first option, you'll need to put a bandage on it, so it's really fit in the first sentence. You should think that the words will be fit in the first sentence, or it correspond to the second sentence, or it answer the second sentence. That how we match, and that's how we learn grammar. Okay, so here, because of grammar, it how we make things work. Now, we produce words that is very understandable, that is here. This is already not fit into the first box. Now let's proceed to the second line. You should keep your neck warm if you have cough, right? Think. If you have cough, would you love a freezing air be adapt in your neck? No, right? Because it will be trigger and cause a cough. The answer is, if you put it in a little way in our daily life, we must keep our neck warm in order to not trigger our sickness, right? Which can cause the cough. So the answer is, you should keep your neck warm if you have cough, okay? Now, let's proceed to the second box. When you cut yourself, so what would you think is the ending of this? When you cut yourself, that's a small one that we will do. Will you do if you have one? What we usually do? Think. Apply it in our everyday living. Our usually daily domains. When we experience that one, what are you going to do? Will you put a bandage on it, or if they think you have fractured both? What do you think? Of course, we need to put the bandage on the wound and prevent the bacteria to come in our wounds because it is open. So the answer for this is, when you cut yourself, this is the first sentence. Beginning and the end of the sentence, you need to put the bandage on it, right? Because the first sentence and the second sentence, if you're going to read this one by one, these are dependent sentence. And we cannot understand what is really meant. What is meet each other in order for us to understand what is really meant, right? What is really meant for them to become independent class. And now, the last one is, obviously, it is the answer for the blue box. Doctors will take an X-ray because X-ray is all about our bones. So, the keyword here is bone. If they think you have a fractured bone, and the fractured also, because fractured, we don't encounter fractured eyebrow, right? Fractured eyebrow, fractured skin. It is the bone. For me, the only one which we can hold as fractured is our bone. It is a key word for me to find out which is the beginning and then the ending. So, now, have you understand what is the matching the beginning and then the ending of the sentence? It might work out for you as well, just using the method of teaching grammar. Now, for it activates the mind of the child and gives him challenges which give him urge to be attentive in the class and learn also. Now, let's proceed to the second method using the text. And here is the choosing the best form of the series option. Okay. Series option where are the choices if between the sentence. Let's read the sentence. Carlos was scared. He ran away from off with the corrupera. So, what do you think is the word that fits in? Is this a statement? Let's read it with the option. Let's start with the word with. Carlos was scared. He ran away with the corrupera. Do you think it's fit in the sentence? No, it's not. Does Carlos mention that he is with somebody? No, right. He just said that he was scared, and for the information, Coropera, Robert in my research, Coropera is the mythological creatures of Brazilian follower. So the creature is very, very, very scary. Its physical features, it's very, very scary that he can't run with the Coropera. However, he was so scared of. So, this is already no and no. Dili ni siya. Now, let's proceed to the middle one. Carlos was scared. He ran away of the Coropera. Do you think it's fit in to the sentence? Of this, of it is a function word which indicate the pointing sentence. Carlos pointing something here. Does he mention he pointing something? No, right? So this is no also. Now let's proceed to the last option, which is obviously the last one to it is the correct one. Let's read it together. Carlos is scared. He ran away from the Coropera. From this statement, it is really clear and we really understand that he was scared to the Coropera, so he ran away from the Coropera. From it is a fashion word which indicate that starting point of physical movement, so it might be says. So Carlos was scared, so he ran away from the Coropera. Did you get it? Okay. So now, let's proceed to the third example of method using text. Using text. Here is a reordering jumbled words to make accurate sentence. So jumbled words is an unarranged word from the result of jumbled. An arranged word which makes the sentence inaccurate, right? Because if it is the jumbled, we cannot understand what is the message of the sentence. Let's see here. Are the jumbled words planted group A, the residence trees by on here? Here, did you get it? By listening to it and by reading to it, it is clearly and it obviously that it is not an accurate form of a sentence. So all we need to do is to reorder or put them and the right order, being able to make them correct. Okay. So what do you think? What do you think is the best way to correct the incorrect word? Okay, let's figure it out. So the answer is the trees were planted by a group of residents. So the here is an article. The trees is noun. Planted is verb. By a group of residents, this is our noun. So here we are clearly understand what is really meant. Let's read it again together. The trees were planted by a group of residents. So I can guarantee that using this activity ordering jumbled words is will clearly tickle the minds of the students. It will be really cultivate and stimulate their way to thinking of thinking. It will be broaden the deeper thinking which practice them in the grammar. So now let's proceed to the next activity. You should get next activity which you can use the teaching grammar. It is filling gap using an appropriate forms. The word filling gap is you should fill the gap in order to attain the accurate forms of a sentence. So without any further let's start. Ay, Wait. Here are the three sentences which has the choices. Under it is the inside the box, and we will pick up here the answer which corresponds to the sentence above. Okay, so the first sentence, Tina pick blank. Tina pick blank and the garden. What do you think Tina will pick in the garden? Right? Okay. Think critically. Tina, can Tina pick the capital? Can Tina pick the bakery? It is impossible. It cannot be left by just one person because it is really impossible to think you might be a superhero if you live a big capital. Do you think it is obviously the fruit raspberry? It can be picked by your tiny little fingers compared to the two option bakery and capital, which is very impossible. So this is very obvious. The Tina picks raspberry and raspberry in the garden. We cannot find bakery in the garden or the capital in the garden, right? So it is obviously the raspberry. So let's here raspberry. So let's put here raspberries. Now let's proceed to the second sentence. Okay. Madrid. Madrid is the blank of Spain. What do you think? Is this two option left? It is right. Choose of words that fits in the second sentence. Madrid. Do you think Madrid this is a place at the same time Spain? Bakery can also be considered as a place, but it is like a location or a place to eat. It is Madrid a bakery? I am sure that Madrid contains bakery, but it is not mentioned there are the Madrid and the bakery of Spain. It is not Madrid. Titled Madrid, maybe we can tell, but capital is about describing a place. So, what do you think? And the two choices, capital or bakery? Okay, the correct answer is Madrid. Madrid is the capital of the Spain. When you know Madrid is the capital of Spain, as you if you might encounter it. And the history subject. Now let's proceed to the third sentence, which is the mother buys bread. Where did you usually buy bread? It is in the Okay. Papalit ba ang breads in Okay? So, it is in the store. It obviously in the bakery. We will buy bread and bakery. So now let's proceed to the teaching grammar. Teaching grammar through stories. Any one of you must say that how can we teach grammar through stories that we have to do in the stories is just read. Yeah. What do you say is actually one of the practice of teaching grammar, because while reading you will enhance your comprehension skills, your vocabulary, because you can gain vocabulary for that, and of course your reading skills and fluency. That's all I've mentioned was unneeded, and that was part of teaching and learning grammar. Yeah, you're right. Because through reading, you can also obtain their or gain and adapt their grammar structure without even noticing it unconsciously, because you cannot be entertained in the story without conferencing it, right? Okay, so now let's proceed here. Now, let's proceed here. In the first activity, you must teach grammar through a whole class story like this. Let me show you. Okay. Have you seen this illustration? This boy named Mark. What can you say? He is in the jail. He is in a prison. You can build from the illustration itself. You can build your own sentences on what happened to that boy, right? That boy is in jail and Mark went to the prison. Okay, let's find out what is the given here. Okay, so Mark went to prison yesterday. So as you can see, what do you think why Mark is in the prison yesterday? Let's find out. But before that, let me ask you first. What part of tense is this? Is it the past tense? The past tense, the present, or the future? What you've seen there is a clue. There are a clue in the sentence. Okay, very good. It is the yesterday. So what do you think yesterday is a present? Okay. Present is today. It is the future. Tomorrow is the future. Yesterday is the past. So this sentence is the past tense. Now let's proceed to the second illustration. What can you say in this illustration? This is also Mark. Mark is like a thief or robbed something, or he adopted money from the something stores, or he collect money without a wrong way. It can be either in the store or something from it into Mark. It is the thief. Mark robbed a store. Like that, you can alter your own idea about what you've seen and the illustration. So, what do you think is the answer? So, Mark robbed a bank. Okay. So now let's proceed to the next picture. What can you say? Mark and his family is very very sad, and they think about money. So what can you construct sentences about this illustration? Mark family needed money. He needed money to contribute to his family. It can be like that. We can construct many sentences actually. So let's find out together. Okay. That is why we are correct. What we're thinking is correct. You're very good, right? He needed money for his family. So that is why Mark went to prison yesterday because he robbed a bank. And did he have a bank with because it gives her urge to rob a bank because he didn't think anything which will help his family for needed money for his family. That is right. So that the example of teaching grammar through a colloquial story. You put an illustration and you'll give a story out of the topic. So now let's proceed to the next slide. Here is the second teaching grammar by having the student create a characteristic. For example, let you let let you let your student create a character like, for the example here, I created this and put some information regarding the character you've created, like the name. Its name Wella. Its age is 7 years old and the location is Beijing, China. From the physical appearance itself, it's really from the China, right? And with the information, let them construct sentence regarding to the character and its information. And here what I do is here the are my sentence that I construct. Here, let's read together. Wella is 7 years old girl who live in Beijing, China. Did you see it? That all the information is fit in and made constructed into one sentence. Did you get it now? Let's improvise it. Improvise the first sentence here. I've improvised. Okay. Who lives in Beijing, China? Is a 7 years old girl. So I paraphrase jumbled words but it an accurate way. Did you get it? Okay, that is the first methods of the teaching grammar using stories. Now let's proceed to the last one, teaching grammar using song and rhyme. All I can say is that a very relaxing and creative way of method is the song, right? One want to know why? It is because song is contain a specific language that makes it easily obtainable, and it is provides some vocabulary and grammar, of course, as well as entertainment of the student. It will really nourish the student, especially in speaking, listening at the same time. Practicing and language song is really helpful in enhancing one's knowledge and grammar. And one of the reason that songs can be effective method is that it will gain the interest of your student. So I have here an example entitled Grow Old with You. Shall I sing this for you? Okay. For you to be entertained as well. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I wanna do is grow old with you. Well, the message of the song is very, very wonderful. It is about love and wait. Don't you know what I comprehend the word? I comprehend the song. That the key word. I comprehend the song and I can't comprehend the song if the grammar is I can comprehend the song if the grammar in this song are not correct. It means it is understandable to the grammar itself inside the song. Use are the correct and the grammar structure in all. When you hear a song, you will obtain the right because it has very stressful and can change our emotion as well, right? As you can see in the first words, you will see these as a simple words which we'll use in our daily life. And we haven't noticed that we've slowly adapting the grammar structure of the song grammar, the vocabulary, we've gained the vocabulary and that we cannot construct inaccurate grammar. We'll learn, okay. So for further explanation, let's investigate the song in here. And the first sentence, I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. And here is a pronoun which replaces the noun. Example, like Mario. Mario wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. And I replace the name noun Mario, which is the name. Smile when like smile when you smile did not move. You move. You move like this. Moving your lips curve, right? And you'll open slide your lips. You see your teeth, right? So that moving and that is considered as a verb. Moving as considered as a verb. And sad, there is an adjective which describes the feelings, emotion, and the chatter of someone. Like, you are happy. Happy there are is an adjective. So noun. So now let's proceed to the rhyme. Let's proceed to the rhyme. It's all about poetry poem. So I have here collect one poem titled The Starry Night by Annie Sexton. Scary. That is a poem. It actually scary, sad. A song and the rhymes are similar. They are just differ the way it's delivered. Like for example, in poem, it has donation, but it doesn't accompanied by instrument or music. Well, the song is accompanied by music. So they have the same explanation. When we adapt it, when we acquire from poetry, the same as the song. Okay? Because it is very entertaining as well. The words, grammar, the structure, that is for the song. The poetry and the song is the same. Okay, thank you for hearing my discussion. And that's all our discussion for today. Thank you.